Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense.
Loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They've got his man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there right off the bat. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Taken right around the 44. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll find Hall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, C6, C6. Hey, lock it. You got tight right there. Hey, orbit. Hurry up. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal. The Jaguars 8-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll throw again. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Cousins throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On play action, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a big play there for Seattle.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And the Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at about the 14. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He gets it to James White.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, Wahoo!
They go play action with Lawrence.
Left side complete to Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Lawrence.
He hits his target, Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now Lawrence on first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the ball. Get it.
Now Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On the ball. On fire.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and inches, Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On play action, Lawrence. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this.
This is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more and more and more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off around the 41. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll air this one out for Kirk, and that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Here's Cousins. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
McCann for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Lawrence will throw.
Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence.
He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, team 6.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive first and 10 in the fourth quarter. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on second and 10. Lawrence. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10.
Look at me. Go. Let's go. Ready?
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
69 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. We're shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James White, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On second down, it's Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On second down now, it's Robinson, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll roll. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Check flag 33. Hey, let's get this. Check nickel.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Cousins to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is You stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A big off.